Oh, it was your first time skateboarding. Well, that's a whole different story. All right, so there was a patch for this, but I didn't update because I'm kind of okay with where things are at the moment. There is like a known crash, so we will just keep saving regularly, but I didn't update. So there is some cool updates. You want to know what they added here in Deluxe Edition? They added stump patterns. Cozy, this one's for you. They added stump patterns. And right now it's only regular trees or golden trees. There's 8 different stump patterns. But in the future, they want to add for pine trees and for coconut trees as well. The stump patterns, dude. Really, really, really cool stuff that they're adding to this game to help us decorate and stuff like that. Like, I think it's really rad. So but I haven't patched for that update yet. I'm gonna wait. I'll probably do it here after the show today. We got a rainy day, everybody. Margie moved in. Margie the elephant, right? Yeah, Margie the elephant. Margie the normal elephant's here. She was not in this game normally. She was an E+ villager. So now she's a part of this game. How about that? She was an E+ villager. Yo. Very cool. Very cool. We got our first... one of our first E+ villagers here. I think Tasha was also one. Very nice. Did they extend the life? They did. Yeah. I really hope Nintendo does the life extension Town of officially. But just in case Nintendo doesn't, this is going to be the best way to play this game for the rest of our life. Like straight up, this is the definitive way to play this game, and the only thing that's going to change that for me personally is if Nintendo themselves re-releases the game. Because even though all of these new features and stuff are really cool, if Nintendo themselves re-release this game, even if it doesn't have all the new features, if they fix the fact that the game can't go past 2030, and they put it on the Switch and they clean it up and they put it on a modern console, then that will be the definitive way to play it. And this will just turn into a fun little side thing for me. Does that make sense? I think Deluxe Edition is really awesome, and I'm always going to be engaging with this version of the game from here on out. But I do think that if Nintendo would step up and redo this game, I think it would be for the best. I think I would love Nintendo to do it, but you know, that's a tall order from Mr. Nintendi. Yeah, the free camera is really nice. The free camera is super cool, actually. Ooh, nice, 6,000 bells. Man, my fossils came back. Dude, my fossils came back from the museum. Nice. We're getting that cash. Cash money millionaires up in here, dude. Nice, we have a chance to get hybrids today. Been enjoying New Leaf more than I've been enjoying New Horizons since it originally came out. That's a bold statement, but one that is probably pretty accurate for a lot of people. New Leaf is beautiful. New Leaf has a really good flow to it. New Leaf might actually have the best flow in the series. So when I say flow, I'm talking about how the game progresses and how it feels to log in every day. And how there's always something to unlock for a really long time. Like that game, like you're unlocking stuff forever. Whether it be a public work projects, whether it be part of the city strip, the town strip. I think that New Leaf has the best flow. That game has everything, and it goes on for a long time, and you never really run out of stuff to look forward to in that game. Whereas like I think in like GameCube and Wild World and City Folk, you do hit a point to where it starts to mellow out, and you have to kind of create your own reasons to log in and create your own goals. And New Leaf kind of does a good job providing goals while also still giving you that classic Animal Crossing freedom. Right? I think so. Whereas, like, I feel like New Horizons falls off after a while. Unless you're like really into the Nook Mile system, you start to not have a reason to log in every day. And again, unless you make your own fun. Now, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I've always been the gamer that makes their own fun. So like, I'm okay with that, right? But that's what makes New Leaf so special, because it somehow keeps that energy going and going and going. I was watching a scary movie the other night. Your father was fast asleep, of course, and I yelled at the top of my lungs. Every light on our street went on. Still groggy, Mom. Cute. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, same here, Nordic Ryan. Yeah. Trash. What's up? We got Tweediculous in the house. Did y'all see an analyst said the Switch 2 is selling so incredibly well because people are desperate for a sense of joy? Oh my god. I mean, I guess there's some truth. I think people underestimate how hardcore Nintendo fans are. Have y'all noticed that? Have y'all noticed that with the Switch 2, people underestimate? Like people, it's like mother act like they forgot about Nintendo fans. It's like people have forgotten what Nintendo has done over these like 30 years. Like, I mean, honestly, like 100 years. But like, you know, yeah, like it's weird. It's like, I feel like people like are forgetting that Nintendo fans are ravenous. Some people, not everybody, clearly, but some people have forgotten that Nintendo fans are literally ravenous. Like hungry hippos. Like, like they're not stopping. Is this game difficult to set up? No, not at all. Kaisuke, would you like me to share the video so you can bookmark it, or something like that for you? I have a little video that will help you set this up. That goes to anybody. I have a little video that I put out that's an unlisted YouTube video. You can find it in the subscribers lounge in the Discord. If you connect your Twitch account or your YouTube account, YouTube members, if you connect your YouTube or Twitch account to Discord, you can access the subscribers lounge, and you'll find the unlisted YouTube video there. And then here it is right here for anybody else. And it's pretty straightforward. Now that video is very casual. I just want to make that clear. I didn't like put a ton of effort into it. I wasn't too detailed. So if you have follow-up questions, just jump into the Tech Talk and Help channel and ask. Send me a DM. If you have follow-up questions, I can help out. All right. But that video does a pretty good job getting you started on setting up this specific game. I just want to make it real quick clear. That video doesn't help you set up any other game, because emulation's weird, and GameCube emulation is weirder. And I make that clear in the video. I say it like twice, 2 or 3 times. I'm like, this is only going to help you set up this specific game. Everything else might be a little bit buggy. So, and then sometimes your computer also might affect things, and you might have to adjust your settings. This is where questions will come in, and you can just come and ask me. So, I wish they would have added shop upgrades in New Horizons, or for the museum shop, something to make it feel like I should log in every day, not just when my friend comes over so she can sell her fruit. Yeah. I think the lack of upgrades for the shops did feel a little bit icky. They tried to make up for it with Harvey's Island, which was cool, but it wasn't quite the same now, was it? Especially since at that point we all had so many bells that it didn't matter. I'm nervous for work. Corporates coming today. The last time they followed me around and told me everything I was doing wrong. Oof. Just try to take it easy, Alto Girl. You know, I think there's nothing worse than being under the stress of your corporate and being told that you're doing things wrong. I used to work in management, and I've had that exact situation where they show up and then I spend 3 hours getting grilled, quality assurance. I get a rating. My store's rating affects raises. It's like a whole thing. So I've been there. It's not fun. It's not fun, dude. But I think you got this, homie. Yeah, we love a little rainy day, right? What about y'all? What's your weather like today in real life, chat room?
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, exactly, Lalov. Yeah.
I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf
on my Nintendo 3DS. All right, let's go get our money rock. And let's go check out the flower clock. Hey, we got fruit today. Tangy, good morning. Morning. Don't you totally just hate it when you wake up and peep outside to see icky rain? It's like all of my motivation for the day just goes plop. You know what I'm talking about? Kinda. Hey, you know what I realized last time I played with my NES? Cold and cloudy. Yeah, it's like 65 and cloudy here today. Not terrible. Could be worse. Okay, no work with Tangy. Ooh, cherries. Flower clock. Dude, it's the exact same one from New Leaf. I didn't think it would be. I wonder if these trees are going to still grow. Basically, right? It reminds me of the New Leaf one, like a lot. I'm not going to say it's the exact same, but look, dude, look at my flower clock, dude. It's sick. Oh, it's accurately telling the time as well. I mean, I guess I should have assumed that. It's so wild seeing it in this game. I know, dude. What the heck? No, so Kaisuke, there was a version of this game that was released in Japan that had the feature of public work projects. If you don't know what public work projects, it's a New Leaf thing. So, but to put it in another term, you could decorate your town with unlimited amount of items. It was the Japanese only version of this game called the E Plus edition. And there was like, I think, a handful. I don't know the number. I don't want to say a number. But there was a good amount of different projects that you could put around town. And it was the first time that you would ever be able to decorate your town that way. And then they slowly advanced the series. And eventually we got the ability to do this again in New Leaf. And then New Horizons, you know, it's all fair game. Hey, what's up, Mega Babe? How you doing today? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, same here, Kaisuke. I didn't really know that myself. Not at all. Eventually I watched a video that told me about it, but I didn't really like I've known about it for a little while, but I've never really digested it until I'm seeing it in the game now. So do you make the clock? No. So the way it works is there's an NPC that comes to town named Rena, and Rena shows up, and she shows up with 3 different projects for you, and she lets you choose one of them to put in your town. So she showed up and she let me choose between a street lamp, a flower clock, or a huge egg. And the chat voted for the flower clock. So hopefully next time she offers the huge egg again, so we can get our egg on, because that would be excellent. Hold on. My cat's spoiled. She's been getting these soft food tubes. I think she's getting to the point where she's not eating regular food. That can happen for sure. I've heard of that happening with wet food. Like if you overfeed your cat wet food, then they'll just start turning tail to, turning the other cheek to hard food. Yeah. You have to like balance it, right? Some Death Wish coffee, chocolate hazelnut. Dude, I've heard good things about Death Wish. All right, our new villager's over there. Yo, good morning, Joe B. Rena actually showed up in my town today. I'm getting a Stonehenge. You're getting a Stonehenge? No! Let's go talk to the police officer and see who's coming next. That sounds so sick. How are you today, nerdy nurse? Yo, Gravel P in the house. I see you, dude. Any going-ons? No, nothing today. I hunger. No lost items. Okay. Oh, wow. Death Wish makes K-Cups? I didn't know that. Trying to be low-key today? Good, because that's what I'm doing today as well. Yeah, low-key day. I hope you feel better, though, nerdy nurse. Hope things get a little bit smoother for you today. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So the Cheshire Cat moved into DDV today, huh? How does the quest start? Has anybody done it yet? We'll keep that there so we can plant a new tree. You're about to do it. Morning. Don't you just totally hate it when you wake up and peep outside to see icky rain? Okay, tangy clone. You got a job for me? Nope. There was a letter from Merlin in your mailbox about footprints. Okay, that's cool. That's a good starting point. I like that. Very cool. And then you talk to Moana. You're in the middle of it right now. Yeah, I actually forgot about it. I thought about playing DDV today just because of the shop changing. But then I opted out. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. If I feel like playing later, I will. Otherwise, we'll check it out eventually. I'm definitely finishing that Star Path this time around. But unlocking Cheshire would be cool. Assuming you've done the Alice Realm, the Mannequin Quest in Scrooge's shop, and the Chaos Quest in Remy's kitchen, you'll get the letter. Oh, I didn't do the Chaos Quest in Remy's kitchen. I never got that one. I don't think so. So it looks like I'm gonna be a little bit behind. I'm gonna be a little time gated, I bet. It's the end of the semester for me, and I'm dying to know my math grade. I graduated on the 15th of this month. I think I did okay. I'm just super anxious. So can the Remy's kitchen quest happen in any of Remy's kitchens? I don't know if a golden tree would grow here, so I'm gonna just skip out this time. Yo, we'll see you later, Alto Girl. Good luck today. Good luck today. You're gonna slay, dude. All right, let's go ahead and play a little bit of golf this morning. Let's see how my short game's going. All right. Bum 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 bum. All right, we have to get it to the edge of the pier without falling off, like a game of paper football. Let's go. Only using the shovel. No! Damn. If you need us to come lay hands, let us know. Yeah, exactly. Tell them, Wavy. Holy heck. I'm going to put y'all on speed dial. I'm trying to get to the point to where my DDV character starts going to Remy so I can work a shift for the Star Path quest. Yo, will you get out of the way? Leopold, I'm trying to do my money rock. What are you doing? I like that he likes the rain, because I do too. Have you ever visited our local island? Yeah. You have? Wow, that's so cool. That means you connected your Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo GameCube. And when you went to the dock, Cap'n was waiting for you, right? I'm so jealous. I don't have a Game Boy Advance or a Nintendo GameCube Game Boy Advance cable. I don't think I can visit the island. Hashtag advert. I love that line of dialogue so much. I actually have that set up as well. Yeah, I do. I actually have that stuff laying around. Oh, she would want a cherry. We can get her a cherry. Nice. We can get her a cherry. We got one right here. Trying to do my money rock sounds like the newest dance. Dude, the money rock. Yeah. Switch is updated. The virtual cards are in. You don't feel like cutting the trees that are too close to your rocks? I probably will eventually, Nordic Ryan. I just haven't done it yet. I usually do, though. I eventually do. Yeah. It's fruit time. You're going to Seattle for a week this summer? Nice. What's taking you up to Seattle, dude? If you don't mind me asking. Nice. All right, we got her got her fruit and we got an old flooring. So she gave me some trash, but you know. It is a squirrel. What was I expecting? Some nuts? Margie! Good morning. Hey, wait a second. Do I know you, Tootie? I don't. No, we haven't met.
Happy Wide Wednesday, my loves. Thank you for letting me a part of this community for an amazing 55 months.
Yo, LPK, this community wouldn't be the same without you, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for being here. I'm actually too lazy to go to Tom Nook's store. I'm also a little broke. I've only got 2,620 bells, and I was hoping you'd sell me your old flooring. Oh, yeah, dude, what? It all worked out, baby. Let's go. So I basically sold that piece of fruit for 5 times the price. Sick. All right, let's go back to the flower clock right now. Hold on, let me go. I'm going right now, Diana. I got you. I'm going right now. Go. Go. Wait. Who is this? Oh, it's Derwin. It's dope, right? It's so dope. Yo, thank you so much, LPK. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the rest of my coffee here. I don't want to leave my coffee pot on for too long. No, no, I placed it. So it's similar to... So you know how in New Horizons, you have like a kit taco, and you put the kit down, and it like... You like choose where you put it. It was essentially the same thing as that, but there was an NPC with me. So if you played New Leaf, it's very similar to putting a public work project down in New Leaf. I just didn't want to assume you played that game. I'm not sure. It's basically the same thing as the New Leaf Public Works, where you have Isabel following you around. Except, you know, there's no Isabel here. Yo, thanks for checking in this morning. Yeah, same here, Totota. You did play New Leaf, but I didn't get far. So you know how at the beginning of the game, you walk around with Isabel to put your house down? You might not remember, but like it's that. That's the same idea. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, this coffee is super hot still. Dude, I have a new coffee pot, and it's amazing. Scatter! Yeah, it's basically that, right? Scatter! We didn't get our money rock yet, right? Yeah, not at all. All right, let's keep hitting rocks. Let's keep bumping rocks. Now it sounds like we're talking about something else entirely. Yo, you bumping them rocks, bro? Oh, we're bumping. Yo, what's up, Moxie Poxy? Bumping rocks is wild. I know. I'm being a hooligan. I have a full island. Camel Frog is here at my campsite. What do I do? Aw, I would go for it. Try to play the mini game and see if you can get him to stay. My cousin is getting married, so I'm making a trip out of it. I used to live there a bit. Oh, nice. I didn't know you lived in Seattle. Can I ask where you're from now, Tater Tot? I don't remember. And thank you for reposting. I did totally miss your message. I did totally miss it. Thank you for reposting that, dude. Got distracted by the thought of coffee. I appreciate the follows coming in, by the way. Yo, thank you very much for hitting that follow button. I sincerely appreciate that. And thank you for those of you that are hitting that like. And thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Cool. That was very cool. Thank you. Oh, wow. That is nice. That is nice, Wavy. I just saw that. That is nice. That's so cool, actually. With the HGG shirt, rocking it, killing it, slaying it, dude. Oh, my Lord. That's cool, man. I love that. Love that. The minigame was set. Oh, so if you keep talking to him, Mega Babe, eventually he'll try to move in, but you have to play a game. Not always, but so here's the minigame in New Horizons. So if you have a villager at the campsite that you want to move in, you just keep talking to him over and over again. Even if he declines, just keep talking to him. Keep going. And eventually you'll get him to say, yes, I'll move in, or you'll get him to play a game with you. And if you win the game, they'll move in. Once you get to that step, then he chooses a villager from your town randomly and asks if you want them to move out. And if you say yes, you get them. So the only problem is that he might ask you for a villager you don't want to move, and then you're kind of out of luck, right? Now, there is a way to keep resetting the game and make him choose a different villager, but, you know, we don't have to go that far right now.
I was completely crashed out hearing this noise, and I couldn't stay asleep. It was this rain. How incredibly lame. Is it so much to ask that it at least be clear for the morning? So, what do you need from me?
Yeah, what's up?
What? You want to help me? That's so neighborly of you. Let me go in and wash off my Cheeto-crusted fingers. And let me log out of my level 60 paladin in World of Warcraft. Since you put it that way, I guess I can't refuse. I think Butch has my Game Boy, and I wanted you to check and see if I'm right.
There was like airs of Egbert in there. Wasn't there? Like, I started making the Egbert voice a little bit.
Yeah, I'm Egbert.
There's a little bit of Egbert coming out of me there, dude. I get Egbert still lives, dude. Egbert is alive and well. Mod top spring shirt. Ooh, the spring shirt. Nice. Let's rock the spring shirt. We're going to take off our Gracie tuxedo. We'll put it in the background. Yeah, we're going to rock a new fit today. And you know what? Because I would never do it in real life, I'm going to go put a pet spider in my house. Now, I don't know. Maybe one day. No, I'm lying. I would never want to have a spider in my personal space. No offense to all the spider lovers out there. That ain't happening. But since this is a video game, let's get his pet spider. Cool. All right, and then let me go ahead and save because we got our money rock, and we want to do a lot of save and continues because there is a known bug right now, and I didn't patch the bug out yet. I didn't feel like patching my game this morning. So. So save and continue. What gyroids do you have? I'll show you real quick. I do like spiders as long as they're not in my personal space. I agree. Yeah, I don't mind a spider in the... I don't even mind if a spider's in the corner of my room. That's fine. In the windowsill, away from my personal bubble. As soon as they enter my personal bubble, I have a problem with you. That's it. I don't kill them. I regularly just kind of let the little critters live their life. I don't mind having them around. But you can't be entering my bubble, dude. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll show you my gyroids after I sell this stuff. My bad, I forgot. This is the voice my daughter is using today for Nerd Day at school. We were rolling when she used it on us at dinner last night. No way, dude, what? Your daughter sounds like a riot. What's up, Belser, by the way? Good to see you in here, man. What if they're in the corner of the shower room? I don't mind. Because I have the protection of the shower water. So if they got near me, they would just get flushed, you know? Do you know if mangoes can be planted in town or on the island? I think mangoes can be planted in town. That's a really good question, though. I'm just letting you know I'm guessing. I should have said that first. Yeah, I am guessing. I don't want you to lose your mangoes, but I think they're a town fruit. I'll Google it. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, so we're talking about New Leaf. They're 100% plantable in town. You're talking about New Leaf. Yes. Yes, you could have mangoes planted. All the trees can be planted in town. Bananas have to be planted on the beach. Yeah. Don't make me bust out my New Leaf save file. I did read your message, Tater Tot. I just didn't read it out loud for some reason. Thank you for reposting, though. Sometimes that happens, dude. I'll straight up read a message and I'll just be like, So that didn't help you. But yeah, you're in PA. That's what I thought. I remembered you being a neighbor. Yeah. I want that Apple TV in real life. Yeah, that's my bad. Sometimes my brain will just do that. I'll read a message and be like, good message. So we have all separate oids. Right now, we sadly don't have a family, but since it's raining today, we will get access to new ones. All right. And then I'll show you the two I have outside as well. So This is a tall dingloid. As you can tell, he dings. He's a dingyloid. Then we have a tall alloid. Kind of looking clownish, but I like him anyways. Then we have one of my favorite sets, the Quazoid of the Mega variety. Love this guy. And then we have the Nebuloid, my other favorite set. They're very similar, but they're not quite the same family, but they're very similar. There's Nebuloids, there's Quazoids, there's something else spacey. And then I also have two of the most annoying ones in existence. And when I say annoying, like I can't stress this enough. All right. I have the Clankoid. Just in case you wanted to simulate your child banging on pots and pans. However, his face is adorable. And then I have the Fizzoid. And this noise just digs into my brain in the worst possible way. Okay, I've had enough. Yeah, I cannot stand the Fizzoid. There's another one that's similar to the Fizzoid that's just like, get out of my brain, dude. Oh, you can't add gyroids in here, I forgot. Yeah, the Buzzoid. The Buzzoid and the Fizzoids are the ones that I'm not a fan of the sound, but I like the look of them. All right. Hot take, I don't like most of the gyroids. How dare you? What? You don't like the gyroids? Oh, we're going to write that letter for Tangy today. We already wrote the letter. We just need to give her the fruit. Beautiful. All right, let's go get these fossils identified. And we can go send some mail. I wish we would have found one more fossil, though. Yeah, I wish we found one more so we can mail a full set of letters. All right, we have to go to who? Camo Frog? Is that who we're going to visit? Camo Frog here? For Derwin's Game Boy? It was Butch. It was Butch. Let's use this camera so we can look for fossils. Lloyd's gyroid version is a weenoid. Wait, what? Wait, what? Looking for secret fossils in the ground. Looking for fossils in the ground. Looking for fossils all around. Boom. My character's looking like a fucking clown. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, good morning, Castaway. Good timing, homie. Hope you're well. Hope the puppy's doing well today. I'm embarrassed that you caught me singing. Please, please. Choose better timing next time. Doing good. What about you? I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Puppy still snoozing. Did Neil Diamond enter the chat? Shut up. All right, where's Butch at? I think we have to go wake up Butch today. I think he has a Game Boy. Anyone figured out where the skip animation feature to disable the combo thing is on web? Gigi was here. How did you turn off? How did you turn that off again? Would you mind telling us one more time? We can even make a command real quick. Yo, Hylian, you look surly as all get out today. It's my new outfit. Yo, I'm picking up. You have to, through the settings on the video player. So if you hover over the screen, there's a little gear that appears next to like the clip button. Click on that little gear and you can go in there and turn it off. Cool, cool, cool. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I love this dude's house and song and his outfit. Dude, isn't Butch just super sassy, dude? Look at this dude's pet. Look at this. Dude, he's bougie. Dude, Butch is bougie. Look at his outfit. He's got the baked beans shirt. He's got paint. He's got a paint. He's got golf. He's got golf bags, dude. The modern set, dude. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bam. This is a song. This is like a Ham Labs kind of jam. I saw Ham Labs pop in the chat. This is a Ham Labs kind of jab right here. I bet you he's jamming in his seat right now. Trying to focus on the road. He can't. All right, let's go turn this in. You like the gongoids are cool. Gongoids are super cool. I agree with that. Anyone got the Nintendo Alarmo clock? Apparently Cozy almost bought one. Not me, not this guy. I was thinking about it though. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not against the idea of the Alarmo. I just don't need to spend money right now, you know? If I had the extra money, if I had the expendable cash, I would own an Alarmo. That's just the best way to word it. I just don't have a ton of said expendable cash. You know, gotta focus on refilling up the bank account after this move, you know? Get my savings in order. Yeah, Leia, maybe like a refresh or Strange could maybe be a BTTV or something interrupting. Who knows, right? Jam Labs. Oh, wait. Did we always have Tad? We got Tad 2 days ago. Yeah. You might have... I think you had a busy Monday? We got Tad on Monday. I think you were busy, actually. I think it was Monday you were busy, right? I think you had something going on for like the first half of the stream, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we haven't interacted with him a ton, but he just moved in. He was my most recent villager before Margie today. Camo Frog's not having it. I beat him at cards 4 times, took his things. He still doesn't want to move in. Sometimes it's a grind, Mega Babe, yeah. You like the oobs? I like the oboids as well. Yeah, me too. Yo, what's up, Starling? Leaving a lurk to say Alarmo is quite pleasant, but I just use it as a glorified Nintendo cuckoo clock versus something to wake me up. Which is kind of cool. I like that vibe, actually. What time is it? I'm so very sleepy. All right, let's go ahead and donate these. Let's go ahead and get these fossils identified. My boy Blathies. Cheers to the coffee drinkers. Good morning, Silent Shelf and Homemade Alien, Targary, and Abby Pants. Neanderthal, dude, good to see you, buddy. Bum, bum, bum. So, chat room, what games are on the horizon that you are currently looking forward to? Whether it be an update for a game, whether it be a brand new game, is there something that you have your eye on for the next, let's say, month or two? Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, you know, it doesn't. You don't have to be looking that far into the future. Hold on, I got a message. I'm just sending this. Just sending this over to this person real quick. Cool. Yeah. What are we looking forward to? What games are on your radar right now? And if you wouldn't mind, when are they releasing? Because I'm not hip to everything right now. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing the next couple months. I'm gonna do my own research, but I'm just kind of. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I feel like there's some stuff I'm forgetting. Coffee Talk 3, Mario Kart World, yeah. Updated Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Tales of the Shire. When is Tales of the Shire coming out? They delayed it into summer? Ghost of Yotai. So that's the new Ghost of Tsushima sequel, right? It's not a sequel, but it's the same director or same developer, and it's a different story, different character. Ghost, is that what that is, Smitty? I think, because I know you're a big fan of I know you're a big fan of the original, the first one. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks really, really good. It does, dude. Yeah. I want to get Croc. Didn't Croc already come out? Yeah, I haven't played Croc yet. Croc already came out. I gotta write this down. Hold on a second. I think Croc's already out. Is Croc already out? Pixel Shire. Yeah, chat's been trying to get me to check out Pixel Shire. It comes out tomorrow. It looks like a pixel farming sim with terraforming and adventure mechanics. That one, maybe we'll check that out this week. Do y'all want me to check out Pixel Shire? I don't know. I was thinking about taking tomorrow off, but I could take off Friday maybe instead. Yeah, I haven't gotten Croc yet either. I'm going to write that down to remind me. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 is coming out. Tales of the Shire is supposed to come out July 29th. So July. So we have a little bit of time on Tales of the Shire. That's July. I'll still put that down because I forgot about it. What a load of Croc. Why not take off tomorrow and play it Friday? You know, just because playing it on the day it releases is pretty cool, but that also crossed my mind. Yeah, you're right on point. Right, I could just take tomorrow off anyways and just show up Friday and play it. That's cool too, right? But yeah, I do like to play stuff on release. It's like a good energy, you know. It's fun just jamming with everyone and the excitement in the room. It's always just such a cool thing, you know. But one day doesn't really make a big difference. I can be real with you, like it's not really a big deal. Kirby Air Riders, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be next year. I think Kirby Air Riders might be a Christmas release, right? Did they say 2025? They did, right? Yeah. Yo, get your coffee and enjoy your coffee this morning, tater tot soup. Appreciate you. Not a bad little lineup of games here. So we got some Tales of the Shire, some Coffee Talk 3, Tamagotchi Plaza. So when does Tamagotchi Plaza come out? It did say 2025. You're right, because I was wrong about that originally. I think that's June, right? No. Tom said there's no land. Should I try again? Oh, Mega Babe. Usually they offer an alternative to kick somebody out. Weird. You might have to build a new house or something. Do you have 10 villagers? Will wonders never cease? Blathers, your eyes must be failing you. No, it is true. The mammoth, it's complete. Who, I say, hooty hoo. Phenomenal, sensational chat. A truly grand occurrence. Welcome to Cloud 9. Blathers, compose yourself. Now, where to begin? Mammoths. Yes, mammoths. The wooliest of woolies. They are, of course, mammals, and ones that live much, much later than the dinosaurs. What? What? Please, plestois? I don't know how to say that. How do you say that? I've never seen that word in my life. I have an idea of how you say it, but Pleistocene. It's Pleistocene, but I just don't know how to pronounce an upside down backwards E. Yeah, Pleistocene. Thank you. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Cozy had it. Pleistocene Earth was their home, and they are firmly established in our minds as creatures of the Ice Age. Mammoths ranged in height from 6 feet to 14 feet at the shoulder. The woolly mammoth is their most famous species. The last of the mammoths died out some 10,000 years ago, which coincides with the ascent of man. It is perhaps the first animal whose extinction was contributed to by man, though certainly not the last. Humans can truly be the most thoughtless and callous of creatures when they think only of themselves. Tell 'em, Blathers. Who, I say again, who? Oh dear, I wasn't referring to you personally. No offense intended. Temper. Yeah, Emma, me too, dude. The upside down backwards E makes an sound. Interesting. We're learning. You want coffee so bad you don't have any creamer? That's the worst, dude. That's the worst, dude. Not the creamer, man. Yo, hope you're doing well. Melody Malone, it's good to see you here. What's up, Ginger King? Welcome to the broadcast as well. June 27th for Plaza, huh? Tamagotchi Plaza is definitely on our list to check out. All right, and I think it's our first piece of T-Rex here. It's our first piece of T-Rex. All right, we have 2 fossils to mail out. And why don't we go ahead and... No, that's it. Let's just go mail these 3 letters. Sure. Yeah, Talnov, keep in mind that the Silver X is also kind of rare, so if you see that Silver X... If you see that Silver X at that island, you wanna try to buy that. So the Game Boy is just an item that I'm delivering to a player or to an NPC. So you can't do anything with it. It's just like a delivery item. Unfortunately. It would be kind of cool if you could do more with it. Alright. Hopefully we get some fruit back from Tangy. Do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Silver Axe is better and more rare, and just those Silver Axes, man, they're... I love the idea of stump patterns. When I update this game, we have stump patterns. For those that didn't hear it this morning, one of the updates that the mod developer did for this game is that we now have stump patterns when we cut down trees in Animal Crossing GameCube, which is insanely cool. Hello there. Good morning. Good morning, Rachie. Thank you, Rachie. Thank you, Dweeby Gamer Mom. Thank you so much for the contributions. Thank you so much. Twitch released a new combo system, and I'm trying to opt out of it, to be honest, but we're going to keep it going for today because I don't have any other choice. Oh no, do I not have my Chappy stick in here? Well, that's not good. I guess we're going to have to get up at some point, huh? It's been pouring since dawn. Depressing, don't you think? But now that I ran into you, it's pretty hard to stay depressed. Aw, cute. What's up, Oshi? What's up, Joy? Let's chat. Say, Hylian, what do you usually do with the bugs and fishes you catch around here? Obviously, you can sell or release the ones that are easy to catch. If you catch one that's really rare, you should take it to Blathers at the museum. I should, shouldn't I? Talk to me. Would you like to play a game? I've got some cards in my pocket with prices for some things I own. Okay. We can play this game even though I have a lot of money on me and I could get robbed. Okay, only over 3,000. Yo, thank you, Pixel Pop. Good morning. Hope you're feeling good today, Joy. All right, the first item is a wood paneling. All right, that sucks. Let's hope that we don't pay a lot for this. 1,300. Not terrible. So this is Animal Crossing GameCube. So it's the first Animal Crossing that ever released to the Western audience. So what happens to the fossils that are identified that you sell to the faraway museums? So they come back to you. They get sold at a premium price. So one of the things that the Deluxe mod does is after you donate 15 fossils to Blathers, Blathers gets his certification to identify fossils himself. And then the next day you get a letter in the mail from the faraway museum that they now will buy identified fossils at a higher rate than Tom Nook will. So if you're willing to wait a day, you can get more money for your fossils by shipping them to the museum. Or you can sell them to Tom Nook for less, but you can get the money right away. It's a pretty neat system that still kind of utilizes the mail museum system, but in a different way since Blathers can now identify those fossils. So it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty neat. I don't know what the actual rate of like increase the money is, right? Like I'm getting 1,000 from a dinosaur track. I think normally a dinosaur track sells for like 800. And then I got like 6,000 for like a Stegosaurus back. I think normally it's like 4,500. So it's not like a ton of money, but it's like, it's worth it. It's definitely notable. That's what this version, yeah, that's the Deluxe edition. That's right. So that's one of the features of the mod that I'm playing. Correct. All right, we got an outfit. We're gonna go sell that. Yo, what's up, Dude Supreme? Good to see you. Bring it in, baby. Welcome to the broadcast today. You were putting in work for us in 2 Point Museum yesterday, dude. You should know, man. You were putting in work for us. All right. Get some cash. Yo, Cuyler, welcome in. Okay. We're definitely buying this. I love me a good modern set. And now that our house is a little bit bigger, we can actually keep that piece of furniture. So we shall. I might have to upgrade to the expansion pack just because of GameCube games. Yeah, Soul Calibur 2, I'm looking forward. Hopefully it's not laggy because I'm totally gonna, I totally would love to challenge the chat in Soul Calibur 2. I'm not good at Soul Calibur, but I love playing it. It's fun to play. Yeah, so hopefully the Nintendo Switch 2 online service isn't that laggy, and we can get some good Soul Calibur 2 in. No matter what, it's always going to be laggy overseas, and I think that that's just something we have to accept with Nintendo. Maybe not, maybe they'll figure it out, but it seems like the Nintendo Switch Online stuff works really well when I play with mostly people in the NA region. But specifically people who are maybe not on Wi-Fi, but I don't think that matters. But as soon as I play with anybody outside of the NA region, it's usually pretty shoddy. So I used Keelik because I like the distance with the staff. I know Keelik's kind of cheap because of the staff, but he was who I got most comfortable with because I'm just not good at the game. And then Link, of course, yeah. Anybody else here partake in the Soul Calibur series growing up? What was the game before Soul Calibur 2? Wasn't there Soul Blade or something like that? The Soul Calibur series goes pretty deep, right? There's like Soul Blade or something like that. There's like a whole lore. No, I haven't explored the virtual cards a ton yet. I was thinking about kind of messing around with it, but I haven't done a ton. I liked obtaining all the different weapons in SC2, including the joke weapons. Yeah, like the fairy's blade, Link's fairy blade was so cool. Yeah, Soul Calibur 2. I played a bunch of Soul Calibur 2 personally. I actually played that game mostly solo because it had a really cool like dungeon system. You remember what I'm talking about? There was like a dungeon system where you would like go through like a dungeon and like you would go square by square and you would have to fight like sometimes you would have to fight like lizard men and like nonsense, and then you would eventually have to fight like one of the main characters. I remember having a ton of fun with that system, dude. I played a lot of that by myself. All right, let's go put this in our house and then let's save our game. But we got ourselves a new dresser, which is beautiful. The first game was Soul Edge. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Soul Edge was what I remember. Yes. Look at that. Now we're cooking in here. I want the Apple TV as well, but I want it to be a Granny Smith Apple. Or a Pink Lady. Those were dungeon chapters. They were also sub-chapter dungeons too. Pup time, yo. Enjoy. All right, let's produce a 30,000 bag. You know that Apple TV has a built-in VCR. You know it does. You're so funny, dude. Thank you for the laughs. All right, let's do a save and continue. Yo, XCAD, food allergies and workout burn kicking my butt today. Hope you all have an amazing Wednesday. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Also, thank you, XCAD, for thinking of us and for popping in here today. Don't forget to check in. And thank you. Thank you very much. All right, all right. It was renamed Soul Blade outside Japan and released in 1997. Yeah, I'm not too hip to those games. but I played Soul Calibur, and I had somebody in my friend group that was really, really into those games. So that's the only reason I actually know anything about them. But I did have Soul Calibur 2 because of Link, because of course I had Soul Calibur 2. It had Link as a playable character. Like, duh. My buddy had the Xbox version, and the Xbox version had, I think it was Darth Vader or something, right? Wasn't it like Darth Vader? Really cool stuff. All right. Yeah, we have a red pansy and a yellow pansy. Let's plant these. So, I don't know. Is diagonal better for this mod, or do we put them straight next to each other? So traditionally, diagonal's better because there's more places for the flower to spawn. I'm just not sure if this works the same. Good thing we can pick up the flowers and move them, so it doesn't really matter right now. Tulip, pansy, white tulip, yellow tulip. Okay, I don't think that's going to hybrid into anything. White and yellow? That doesn't make sense. We want... maybe yellow and red tulips if we could. We have red cosmos, red cosmos. We only have red cosmoses right now. Let's go see what other bags we have. All right, let's drop one of these. Xbox was Spawn. Darth Vader was SC3 or 4. Spawn. It was Spawn. Then what did PlayStation get then? And then PlayStation got somebody from Tekken, right? PlayStation got somebody from Tekken. Yeah. Dude, we're unlocking memories right now. I'm literally unlocking memories. All right, look at that. The cosmoses are out. See if we can get some hybrids going, baby. We got a rainy day. We have another white cosmos and red cosmos. Let's go ahead and put this right here. So Vader came later. Vader was a completely different game. Cool. Yellow tulip. All right, let's see if the yellow tulips will hybrid next to each other. Would you ever do a Hot Wings, Hot Ones challenge? To an extent, I'm interested in that, yeah. I'm interested in the wings more than the chip, because the hot chip challenge, I've read about the chip, and it really just tastes like chemicals. And like, I'm not really a big fan of exchanging flavor for heat. Is that fair? It's like, I don't think that's a good trait. I don't know if I want to eat something that tastes like chemicals just to prove that I can eat things that are hot. I'd rather eat something that is tasty, but also makes my forehead sweat and makes me gasp at the heat. Like, I don't know, like I'm just a punk like that. So that's my take on it. So like, yeah, I would be interested in doing like a Hot Ones challenge or something. But the only thing that I'm not interested in is the stupid big chip, whatever that whole chip challenge. I think the chip challenge is kind of dumb. I've done Hot Ones. Just skip the bomb and you're good. It's both disgusting and the heat hits your entire body versus your mouth. Yeah, because I am a big fan of hot stuff, and I guess I do kind of have a little bit of something to prove when it comes to heat, because I've always been the person in my friend group that could eat the hottest stuff. So like, yeah, a part of me would love to be able to be like, yeah, look at me. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. But yeah, you know, I'm not really stressed about it. Let's do 2 yellow tulips. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. All right, nice. Get some flowers planted, see if we get lucky to get some hybrids. Yeah, we could check the island out for more as well. Let's go ahead and do 2 red cosmoses next to each other. As one last little set of flowers. Just 2 little red cosmoses next to each other. Boom. Cool. But then there's the spice tax the next day. Don't get me started. I don't eat hot stuff nowadays for a reason. The spice tax. Get out of here. You know, I've never had kimchi. Am I missing out? What do y'all think? On a scale from yes or no, am I missing out on kimchi? What's up, Darth Zelda? Hey, hello, how are you doing? My morning stroll was positively ruined by this awful, inconvenient rain. I wonder will it ever stop? Oh, by the by, did you need something? I was just heading over to the secret garden, of course. Ooh, there's a big sale at Tom Nook's coming, maybe. If they're talking about a Nook with a Tom Nook sale here, we might have a Nook. We might have a Nook sale happening. I wonder if I have a letter in my mail. All right, let's shake some trees. See if we can get a couple extra bucks today. Yeah, never had kimchi. I never pursued it, I guess. Ooh. To be fair, I've never really had the opportunity. Is that a fair comment and a fair word to use there? I've never really had the opportunity to have kimchi. Now, of course, I could have created the opportunity myself. You know, I understand, but I just never had the opportunity to have kimchi. So that for sure, that bee for sure dropped in this acre, right? Because it was like right here. No, was it right here? Yeah, that should have been the 1 acre. So we should be done with the 1 acres here. Yeah, so like, I would like to try it though. I'm very interested in trying some kimchi. Even if you can't find it at the grocery, every grocery definitely has the ingredients to do your own batch. Maybe we do an episode of Scuffed Eats starring kimchi. What's the best way to prepare it, chat room? Do you prepare it with rice and a fried egg on top? How do we do it? What's the best way to prepare kimchi? Stuffed. Costco has good kimchi. Kimchi fried rice. I like it with bulgogi. Honestly, you can't go wrong with the hot dog top with kimchi. Really? Are you trolling me because of the hot dog conversations? Are you being real right now? What's up, Lith Arwen? I'm on edge. The hot dog's real. 100% real, brother. Dude, okay. All right. All right. Chat. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-da. Well, it's spicy fermented cabbage. Cabbage and spice goes well with everything. Okay, noted. I'm okay with some cabbage. Oh, I don't have my net out. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. That happened. Bowls, including rice, vegetables, and your choice of meat, goes super well. So where was that? Where did that bee drop? Right here? That might have been the 3 acres, actually. So I think we go back to the 2s. I wouldn't mind getting my furniture today, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and just shake all these trees real quick. Let's see if we get lucky enough to get the furniture. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Let's go ahead and say good morning to Tasha. Shall we? Well, it looks like you've had a rough night last night. Didn't you sleep well? You got stung by bees this early in the morning? Indeed. Why, that's so tragic. You really have to watch out for the bees. They can be so short-tempered sometimes. Thanks. At least she didn't lay into me about it. Ooh, nice. She has a favor for me. Take this videotape over to Leopold's house. Nice. She's finally given back that copy of Home Alone 2 that she had for the past 3 Christmases. Freaking Tasha. Can't be keeping people's copies of Home Alone. Unbelievable. How you doing, Tab Flavor? Yo, what's up, Minty? Wearing my socks with sandals and vibing out. Good morning, Minty. Ooh, nice. We got it. A lovely bed. You're living your right life when a bed falls out of a tree. You know you're in the best timeline when a bed falls out of the tree for you, you know? It's a good vibe. Gonna play Schedule 1. I'm thinking about checking out Schedule 1 at some point. I can tell you this much, if I do play Schedule 1, it won't be something that I schedule. No, I'll just probably just like play it. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably won't like, I don't know if I'll like dedicate a playthrough to it, is what I'm trying to say. I'll probably just like check it out. But who knows? You know, sometimes I get addicted to something. I just kind of lean into it. So, but yeah, I would like to check it out. I'd probably do it for a night stream. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I haven't really thought about it that hard, and I'm already over speaking. You know what I mean? Like, I could have just answered your question with a yes. Yeah, I will likely be at some point taking a look at that game just for funsies. Yeah, I do too. I do too. Yeah. It's honestly a game I could see myself playing in my free time. So like checking it out on stream, but then keeping it going off stream. Because I do love me a good sim, man. Yeah, it's still in pre-release right now. Yeah, I think so. I'm good. How about you? You know me, just chilling and lurking. But I had to let you know about the kimchi. I appreciate you taking the time to jump in the chat, man. Yeah, enjoy your lurk today, dude. Did you manage to do the Mayday event in ACNH? Nah. I've done the Mayday event so many years in a row. I wasn't feeling it this year. We still have until like the 8th to do it, right? I could still do it, I think. Yeah, I think there's a command for glizzies. Exclamation point glizzy. Oh, snail. I wonder if the flying snail glitch still works. Hey, this isn't a bug. Let it fly. Oh no, I just deleted that video off of Twitch last night. I forgot we had a command for that. Dang, that sucks. I tried to keep all of the commands that had like, I tried to keep all of the highlights that we had like little videos attached to, but I didn't think about that one. Now, I do have the YouTube video. So what we can do is we can go to YouTube and release it there, and then the link can go to the YouTube. So we're good because the video is still, it's still there. It's on YouTube. Nice. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. You got a hot dog costume as a gift in game yesterday, and you know I thought of this community when I put it on. That makes me laugh so much. Freaking hot dog community over here. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. What's this combo thing? So what's up, Kels? So it's a new feature that Twitch is beta testing right now. And I guess people are saying it's similar to TikTok if you've ever used TikTok. But essentially, people can click the button and donate bits and build a combo. And the bigger the combo gets, the more insane the animation or something gets. I don't really know what's going on. It's all very new. It's a little intrusive for the mobile viewers. So just to kind of say that for those tuning in, I see you. If you are watching the stream vertically on mobile, I hear it's a little intrusive and it kind of covers up my face and stuff. And if you're watching in landscape mode, it's apparently not so bad. And if you're watching on PC, it's not really bad at all. And you can opt out of it on PC, I believe, by going into your video player settings. I did email Twitch to take me out of the program. Not that I don't think it's cool. I just don't like the idea of my mobile viewers having such an intrusive thing on the screen. Personal. So I'm hoping that they do opt me out of it by my next show. We'll see what happens. But that's just a little update for anybody who's just rolling in to the broadcast. Otherwise, I'd just like to remind you all that if you really are finding the combo system to be super annoying, you can always go over and watch at the Lurker Zone today. I love having you on Twitch, and I will always say Twitch is the best way to enjoy my content. However, don't forget we do have a Lurker Zone for a reason, so if it's really all up in your face, maybe today's a day to jump over there and enjoy the show, right? And you can come and chat with us on your phone or something that way, right? So, but we've had feedback. Both ways. So Kels, it's only when there's a combo happening, right? So let me show you what it looks like when there's a combo happening, and then I'll show you what it looks like on PC real quick, just for conversation's sake, because I did kind of just throw that out there. So here's a couple examples of what mobile viewers are currently seeing. here's an example of what mobile viewers are currently seeing. And give me 1 second, I'm gonna pull up one more here. So this is what mobile viewers are seeing. So when the combo is active, this is what mobile viewers are dealing with. Right? So like, look at this. And then here's another image. This is what it looks like on PC. So not nowhere near as bad. Or no, this is landscape mode. Excuse me. This is phone landscape, I believe. I believe this is landscape mode. So not as bad on landscape, but like look at it. So yeah, it's a beta system, and it's a little intrusive when people are watching via vertical, which is how you type and watch. Little intrusive. Yeah, just a little, right? I don't know, man. I like to prioritize my broadcast a certain way, and so on one hand, I think it's kind of neat, and I don't really have a problem with it at all, and I would love to see where it goes. On the other hand, it's a little annoying. It's a little in the way. I don't know. I have mixed feelings, clearly. I feel like if there was a way to resize or reposition it, it could be cute, but I'm a fan of group hype idea though. Right, like I see what they're trying to do, and it could be cool once it gets fleshed out. Once it gets fleshed out and they figure out the details, it could be cool for sure. Bam, 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 bam. I have a minimized version on my PC while I work, and yeah, it covers your face for me too, right? So, and while my face might not be my moneymaker, my beard certainly is. Just kidding. All right, let's plant a couple more cherries because we want to be able to make real money. So let's get a couple more of these bad boys planted. Yo, good morning, Matcha May. Hey. Yeah, good morning. Good to see you here, though, Kels. Welcome in. Yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. I'll tell you one thing I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of seeing things through to some extent. And I'm a fan of being patient and not instantly complaining about things. And if that sounds a little bit arrogant, I apologize. That wasn't my goal. But like, you know, change doesn't scare me that much. And I'm okay with things being adjusted, and the fact that they're trying to grow the platform. Like, that's cool. And, you know, but like I said, I did send an email opting out because it's just not quite for me. But you know, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think they're onto something potentially, right? Yo, what's up, Retro Junk? Good to see you back in here, my dude. All right, let's go to Leopold real quick, and let's go drop off this videotape. I forgot. Don't tell Leopold. Forgot, my dude. Oh, Tad's up here now. Let's talk to him. He's cute, right? Whoa, Hylian, you're a mess. Your morning coffee goes in your mouth, not all over your face. I'm just kidding. I know it was bees. Whatever you did to cheese them off, it wasn't too bright. Look at you. If you keep getting stung, you'll end up looking like that forever. Totally serious. Love this guy. Look at the cherry blossoms. Hey, even if you can't see the floating petals, I sure can. The vision of cherry blossoms is burned into my memory forever. What? What are you talking about? It's May, dude. Yeah, he's cute, right? Do-do-do-do. Delivery. Yeah. Frog villagers. That's actually a really good, funny comment because, yeah, I don't think that frog villagers didn't use umbrellas until later in the franchise. I think you're actually right about that. I'm fairly certain that that is the case. What did I get? A modern wall? Ooh, I like that. Let's go see what that looks like. So let's go show off the flower clock for the late arrivers. Good morning if you're just rolling in, and this is the flower clock that we put up yesterday. So for those that are following the playthrough, we had a new NPC move to town named Rena, and she offered me a public work project, and we chose the flower clock, and here it is. And for those that are just tuning in for the first time, Rena is an NPC that was added to the Deluxe edition that we're currently playing, a fan-made mod of Animal Crossing GameCube. And it takes advantage of a feature that was in a Japanese-only version of this game that was released later called Animal Crossing E+, or Dobutsu no Mori E+. So this was actually in the game technically, just not the version that we got in the Western audience. Well, the developer of this mod took this feature, repackaged it, represented it, and gave it to us in a different way. And it's a traveling NPC. So she shows up in town and you have the ability to interact with her. It's a squirrel, and you can put a public work down. So it's really interesting and it's super cool. That's super cool. So here's our flower clock. So it doesn't do anything, you know, it's just like a showpiece, but we had the choice between a street lamp, a flower clock, or a huge egg. And I'm going to assume that the street lamp would light at nighttime. The huge egg is probably just a showpiece, and so is the clock. Now, one would assume that potentially benches could be a part of this. I don't know if that's true, but I would actually love if I had the option to sit on a bench in this game. I want to assume that that's not going to be the case, and that the public works projects are probably all just visual stuff like lamps and eggs and flower clocks and maybe like jungle gyms and stuff like that. But I'm holding out hope that as we progress this playthrough, we maybe get our hands on some sort of bench. That would be really sick if there was a bench to sit on in this game. I would really die over that, because for those that don't know, benches and the ability to sit outside in Animal Crossing didn't start until New Leaf. At least to my understanding. Unless maybe the Japanese version of this game did it. There was no sitting outside. That wasn't a thing in the game for a long time. So I would be really excited if that became a thing. I don't know. I'm a nerd, you know. What can I say? Yo, what's up, Ann? Hey, how you been? All right, let's go ahead and why don't we do our daily Nookle? It's time for the daily Nookle. Let's go ahead and do our daily Nookle here today. And while we're diving into our daily Nookle, we're going to go ahead and throw on a little bit of that wide music for those that are just tuning in. Happy Wide Wednesday, everybody. I want to see the widest emotes you have. WIDE. Stretch them out. Stretch them out on the canvas, baby. And I'll be right back. I'm going to tinkle. I'm going to get my chapstick, and we're going to do our daily Nookle. I'll see you in just a second. Come on, where you at? No. I want to see those wide emotes. Anne's feeling very wide at 30 weeks pregnant. I want to see those motes. This is your last chance to put emotes in the chat forever because I'm deleting them off of Twitch, so where you at? If you didn't know that was possible, well, now you know. So welcome to my show. Yeah. All right, shall we knuckle? I think we shall. Yesterday's episode was Boone. No, I'm not deleting them. I was just talking smack. I was just talking trash, yo. I was just talking trash. Here, let's actually put on the Animal Crossing GameCube music because it's just cute and perfect for this. Let me walk my character out of the building. Yeah, there we go. And we'll do this to the sounds of Animal Crossing Rain. All right. Who do we start with, chat? Who do we start with today? What villager is going to be our catalyst today? What villager is going to be the catalyst of our daily knuckle? I always start with Tangy, yeah. But I wanted to ask the chat today. Tad, I see 2 for Tad. I like Fuchsia as well. Let's go with Tad. All right. And well, Tad was a tad bit on the obtuse side here because we didn't really get much from that. But we know it's not a male and we know it's not a frog. And that's not a bad place to start. All right. That means we can go with Fuchsia, huh? Let's just hope that Fuchsia's not a Leo. Well, we got female and deer. Well, that's a beautiful place to start. All right, that cuts it down to what, 15 villagers? There's not many deer. We have 5 to choose from. Okay, so they cannot be a Virgo. They cannot be a Virgo, and they cannot be sisterly. They cannot be a Virgo and they cannot be sisterly. So normal is on the table. So fauna is on the table. Fauna's a Capricorn, I think. No, maybe. It's not Deirdre. She's sisterly. So Deirdre's out. Deirdre's out. Chat says fauna. Shino is a Peppy. Does anybody know their Fauna's birthday? Here, let's look it up. Let's check Fauna's birthday real quick. She's March 26th. She is what? I don't remember what March 26th is. I should know this. Frick. It's on the tip of my brain. Oh, it's on the tip of my brain. I should know this. It goes Capricorn, Aquarius, no, I don't know. What is it? Pisces, then Aries. Okay, hoping it's my girl Chelsea. Aries. So she's an Aries. Does Pisces come before Aries? All right. So Aries is on the table. Fauna. Boom. Wow. Our best yet. Our best yet, dude. Look at that. We slayed it. We absolutely slayed it. Look at that. This might be our best knuckle ever. Dude, Fauna's cool. I like Fauna a lot. The daily knuckle, baby. Pisces, the end of the zodiac wheels, ending in March. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac wheel, starting March 20th. Okay, okay, cool. All right, sick. Here we go. Hold on. All right, and it's time for another episode of Nookonomics. Can you guess the price of the item we're thinking of? Today's item is a blue weevil bug. All right, chat room, what are we going to start off with the price of a blue weevil beetle? What do we think the price of a blue weevil beetle is worth? All right. I see a solid 3,000 from GameMations. Survey says, and pretty close. We're already within 25% of the right answer, and we need to go up. We need to go up here, higher than 3,000. Higher than 3,000. Survey says, I see 35. I see 3,400, Bob. 3,400, Bob, and the survey says all right. It's lower than 3,400. It's lower than 3,400. We are within 25% of it. We are 3,301, Bob. 3,301. Oh, and the 3,301 gets it, dude. All right, 3,200 on the nose. Prof Unknown, locking it in. Prof Unknown, the first in the chat to say 3,200. The legend, Prof. There was a couple of y'all, though. Leia, Happy Snow Joe. There was a couple of y'all, though. The villager was Fauna today. Not the table flip. The table flip has me laughing. The table flip is funny. Yo. We'll get it next time. We'll get it next time, Bob. Oh my gosh. What's up, Masquerade Waltz? Do. All right. Donate an item. Who now? An unidentified fossil? I see. This beauty is most certainly a dinosaur egg. Indeed. They put up a valiant effort to elude identification, yet I endured. Hey, what? Yo, good to see you today, Masquerade. Hope you're feeling good. If you got a free hand, don't be shy to welcome the fam on in with a simple HDES wave or a hey guys, whatever you got in that emote kit of yours. Thank you for popping in today. Of course, never any pressure to do anything but enjoy the content. And speaking of, big shout outs to those hanging out on YouTube today. And just want to say thank you for lurking. And of course, those on Twitch, same goes to you. Busy Bee and Quay. Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Avitas, for hitting that daily check-in. Happy Snow Joe as well. Black Diamond, I hope you're feeling good. I saw you pop into the chat. Pistol Shrimp, always good to see you, bud. Welcome back in here. Summer Breeze. And thanks for the follows, by the way. Thanks for hitting that follow button. It is a free way to support the channel. Following does go a long way. So thank you for considering doing so. I hope everyone's feeling all right out there here on a lovely Wednesday. A little bit of that Wednesday life. Staying wide, staying out of trouble. And we got a snail to donate. He treats the snail like a bug, which is kind of fair, but... Let me make one thing perfectly clear. Snails are not insects. Snails are members of the mollusk family, what? They are related to oysters, clams, and more obviously to slugs. It's a well-known fact. You can't pick your relatives. Snails have soft bodies which are protected by hard shells, and their eyes are on the tips of their tentacles. I've pondered from time to time if one pulled a snail from its shell, would it then become a slug? Blech. The very thought of touching that slimy, mucus-covered body, most foul, utterly nauseating. But I digress. You got the gold? You got what? 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 You got the gold crown, Luna? No, you didn't, dude. What? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You got your gold. Is that your third ever gold? Your second ever gold? Because I know the Pokeball I thought was your first. Dude. That is big. That's your third. Okay, that's what I thought. Because you got one, I think, from Space Time as well. That is huge. Yep. Yeah, Palkia. That is big stuff here, dude. What a nice pick, dude. That's one of the rarest cards in the game. Absolutely. Just one of those things. All right, let me just go ahead. I'm checking my wonder picks now. You got me jazzed over here. You got me jazzing over here. I woke up in the middle of the night, pulled a pack, and then went back to sleep. Of course, it was trash. I have 4 minutes until I can pull a pack. I just have to wait 4 minis. Where's the table flip? Okay, we have nothing to donate. Let's get out of here. Dude, what's up, Clover? I hope you're feeling good, man. What have you been gaming on recently, Clover and Crossing? I'd love to hear about the chat's gaming adventures. I've been loving this game a little bit too much, to be honest. I feel like I've been liking this too much. Like it's becoming a problem. I've been enjoying 2 Point Museum. Have y'all been enjoying watching me play 2 Point Museum? Is it your kind of game? Is it something you would prefer? Are you just not really into it? Is it maybe hard to follow? Kind of curious what y'all think about my 2 Point Museum streams. I know there's a good chunk of y'all that are here for whatever I do, so thank you in advance. But I'm curious, you know. I know it's not really the most popular game, and I know that it's not really that hard. It's kind of hard to follow because everything's so small. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a good game, you know. It's fun. I realized that management games kind of take my whole brain, and I fall into a habit of playing management games like I'm not streaming. I'll explain in a second.
Hey there, kids, your favorite Kool-Aid is still around and loves all of you.
Dude, what's up, Zaza? How you been, man? How's the family, dude? Dude, what the heck? 66, the legend, man. Hope the fam's well. I hope you're doing all right, Papa Kool-Aid. So yeah, so the truth is that I learned something about my content recently. Last night I went back and I watched some of my VOD, and I realized something with 2 Point Museum. I play it like I'm not streaming. And I think I fall into like habits. Like when I play management games off stream, like my whole life, I get really into them and I zone in and I'm locked in, right? Like this is how I've always played these games. I love time management stuff. And I realized like I was doing that. Like when I played 2 Point Museum, I'm like in the zone. Like I am locked all the way in. And it's a very different kind of content. So it's like, I was kind of like doing some learning. I was watching myself play it, and I took some feedback, you know, I gave myself some feedback and I'm going to work on a couple things, but you know, that's beside my point. My point is I'm just curious what y'all thought about it. Cause it's fun, man. It's a fun game to play and it scratches a certain part of my brain that like, I don't really let get scratched often. Outside of like some Stardew Valley content, I don't really play those types of games on stream. So they're like I remember Graveyard Keeper did a similar thing to my brain because Graveyard Keeper is so like active. Like there's so much going on in that game. There's always something to be done. And I kind of feel like Graveyard Keeper did a similar thing to my brain as well, actually. At least that's what it made me think of. All right, we mailed Tangy today. Why don't we go ahead and mail Tad and welcome Tad to town? Shall we? Shall we welcome Tad to town real quick? And then I'm gonna catch up on the messages in the chat. So, hello, Tad. All right, hold on. I need to use the controller to skip lines because I didn't set that up on the keyboard. Welcome to Hyrule. I hope you love this little town as much as I do. Enjoy a fresh piece of fruit. Picked a freshly picked piece of fruit. Okay. Cool. Do 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 do. Been busy working mostly, hoping to get back on the grind eventually. Yeah, dude, for sure. You know, life sometimes throws us some things we have to prioritize, but we do what we can, right? Really enjoyed 2 Point. You play whatever you do. You play whatever you do, though. Yeah, right. Thank you, Simsetter. And I know a lot of people don't care. They just like hanging out and
Almost
vibing.
5 years. Has it been that long? I've got something I'll be sending you in a couple of weeks. I did something awesome and want to share it with you and the community.
Okay, cool.
H-Day Love, H-Day
Yeah,
Color,
if it's something
H-Day
physical.
HMM, H-Day Evil Sylvia 17 Buff Mama.
If it's something physical, I will be getting a new PO box this week. I keep pushing it off. I'll do it this week. Honestly, I might do it today. Let's just do it today. Screw it. And if it's just like digital or whatever, you know, DMs are open. Sylvia, thank you for 59 months. I saw you pop in yesterday. I didn't want to call you out too much, but I did see you pop in. And it's so wonderful seeing you. I hope you've been well. I hope life's been treating you all right. Thank you for your continued support and patronage. That's actually insane. That you've been keeping up with me this whole time for so long. If you have a free hand, please don't be afraid to get please don't be afraid to get a little bit of love in the chat. We got to support our supporters out there. And you can always use the commands. You don't have to spam emotes. We got commands for you, baby. We got commands for you. I'm a little confused because I didn't see when he first started playing it, but I still like it anyways. Simsetter says I really enjoyed it. JR Prisma says it was great to watch. OZ likes it. Clover Ann loves him as well. You've been playing ACNH again? What have you been doing in Animal Crossing, Clover? It's fun. I like the chaos. 2 Point Museum is a lot of fun to watch. It's been a lot of fun. Cool, cool. I was curious what y'all thought about it because I really enjoy it. And, you know, I just wanted to put some feelers out there. Did I spell peace wrong? Is that what you guys are saying? I thought I spelled it right. Yeah, EIC, right? Yeah, we got it. Or is that wrong? This is one of those words that I'm never sure. I before E except after C, right? That looks more accurate, actually. That's one of those words that just look wrong all the time, right? Like, am I the only one? No, it is E before I. Wait a second. No, it is E before I. What? No, what? Okay, chat. Google? Are we about to Google the word peace? Okay, it is I before E. Why does it look so wrong? I hate this word. I'm sick of this word. I'm done with English. Think piece of pie. I like that trick. Thank you. I'll use that. It's just one of those words, man. I love the nonsense that happens in 2-point games, and it makes me want to participate. So having the add-on and let us being a part of the chaos is so much fun. I'm glad you guys like that part of it. I haven't been around a lot. I lost my job in February. They gave me free time to do the awesome thing. Oh, nice. Well, Sylvia, no matter how much time you put between yourself and the community, we're going to welcome you back with open arms, dude. And you know that. You know that by now. So it's good to have you in the chat, man. What's up, Atlantic Chaos? I just started writing letters in Animalese. Yeah. All right, let's send both of these. That's why I keep coming back. This is home on Twitch, dude. Same here. It's I before E except after C. Weird, right? I know that English sucks. It's all I know, so I can't hate it, but what's up, Goth GF? What's up, Mini Phil? Good to see you, my dude. All right, we mailed our letters. Hopefully we get some fruit bag. Now we do want to go around and shake all of our fruit trees, even if we don't pick them all and even if we don't plant them all. So why do we want to do that? Well, because... Oh, Castaway, did you see our flower clock? Take a look. My native fruit is pear. Yeah, we got a cherry. We got a cherry really early on. But my native fruit is pear, yeah. So we're trying to grow cherries. We're trying to grow cherries so we can sell them to Tom Nook for good cash. So what I was saying was I like to shake the fruit off the trees because even if I'm feeling too lazy to sell it all, because the game's inventory is so light in this game, like you don't have a big inventory, I will still get the fruit growing again. That's like the strategy. The strategy is to get the fruit growing so that you're still on your proper 2-day cycle, even if you don't make a point to sell it right away. So I do this in Pocket Camp. If anybody plays Pocket Camp, this is something that I do in that game. I think a lot of us do that in Pocket Camp, right? Where you shake the fruit even if you're not ready to pick it yet, just to kind of have it on the ground. Yo, what's up, Frito? I finally watched that trailer off stream, by the way. Is anybody here excited about Grand Theft Auto 6? They released a new trailer, and it kind of went a little bit further into like the story, and apparently it's set in Vice City, which is funny because Vice City is one of the Grand Theft Autos I've actually played a lot. I didn't get far in the story or anything, but I played it a good amount. I actually love the vibes of that game. I love like the 80s aesthetic, right? So pretty cool that they're going back to Vice City. Honestly looks really good. I mean, the game looks like it's going to be another generational title, which I think we all expected it to be a pretty big deal. So oh, Doug from Pallet, no, they delayed it. Yeah, they delayed it into next year, which is good for any game developers that are trying to release games this year. It's good for Nintendo. That's actually really good for Nintendo, because now Nintendo basically has no competition this year outside of a couple games that are coming out specifically, right? Like, there are definitely some games coming out that are going to give Nintendo a little bit of a run for their money, but I should have saved the game. I forgot to save. Take a look at this pad. Nice. This is Margie the elephant's house. It's too bad that she has the most obnoxious song ever in her house. I feel like I'm playing... this song reminds me of Little Big Planet 1. Anybody understand that reference for... This reminds me of Little Big Planet. It's got Little Big Planet energy. It's got Little Big Planet energy. You hear it? You hear it? Thank you, dude. I love Little Big Planet, dude. It's such a good game. 1 and 2 were so good. I was blown away by the new trailer. So realistic, right? Never played any of those games. I might pick this one up. It looks super fun. Yeah, you got to check this out, Castaway. If you need any help setting it up, you know where I'm at. You know where I be. I miss Little Big Planet as well. I got really into Little Big Planet 1 and 2. And I haven't ever went back. I'd love to play those games again someday, though. I really want to buy a PS3. Now that I moved out of my old house, I bought my roommate a PS3 for their birthday about 5 years ago. And now that I moved, I realize I don't have access to that PS3 anymore. And now I want to buy my own, I think. PS3 emulation has actually come pretty far. And they're really starting to figure out how to emulate PS3. So that is an option, but I'd kind of just rather get the hardware. Yeah, Castaway, the Deluxe is calling you. The Deluxe edition is calling you, homie. It's the siren's call. I might wait until they... I really want to relax in a furnished house with Flash. That's cute. I think waiting to play Deluxe Edition isn't a bad idea in general because it just keeps getting better and better. So I think you are thinking correctly for just in general. Like if you can wait, if you can be patient, that's not a bad call because it just keeps getting better and gets fleshed out and more patches are happening and more bugs are getting fixed. So I wouldn't build any expectations for anything because this is all just voluntary. And I think that's really important to keep in mind. But I do think that waiting a little bit, it doesn't hurt. And then you won't have to patch it so much and you won't have to keep up with all that. You can just kind of sit down and play it. So yeah, that's definitely a good call out. It's not a bad idea at all. The only way you can play Little Big Planet online is with a modded PS3 or a PS3 emulator on custom servers. Interesting. What's up, Text? How you been, Text TM? Good morning, gamers. Welcome back in here, dude. Bollywood. I like some Bollywood stuff. An old friend got me pretty hip. Bum 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 bum. We were gonna keep the modern wallpaper, actually. I'm thinking about building a modern house. I'm just gonna sell it. Do 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 do. I was pretty sad the day that Little Big Planet servers went down because I made a couple levels. Like I actually was pretty into the level making side of things. I was pretty sad about that going away. Let's get out of here. Yeah, Matcha May, dude, it's pretty scary. Playing the old Animal Crossing games, you never know, dude. You never know. Ooh, we got some mail. Mail time. Yes, we're having a surprise sale on a shipment of gloriously extravagant carpets. The 1 hour sale begins at 2 p.m. on May 9th. Don't miss out. All right, I'm totally going to forget about this. But what is that, Thursday? No, Friday. Okay, we got a sale. We got a little sale to do. What's up, Tangy? Wait, did I miss a balloon? Oh, from the sales stuff you're talking about. Sony killing off Sackboy? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, during the sale, yeah. I was like, no way I missed a balloon. I have this friend named Camoufrog who's been hanging out on my Game Boy forever. I think maybe Camoufrog forgot about it because none of my hints seem to have worked, and I'm not subtle. Okay, we got you. You couldn't be subtle about anything, even if you tried, Tangy. Are you kidding me? You are the opposite of subtle queen. Ooh, I'm gonna take this snail real quick. So wait, how does releasing a snail... How does the glitch work for the snail? If you release it... Dang it. I don't remember how it works. It crawled instead. Wasn't there something you had to do? Like you had to have like a full inventory. Your pockets have to be full. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Sploo? You have a PS3 Slim you can have? I need to boot it up to make sure it works. Whoa, Sploo, you don't gotta give me nothing, my dude. What the heck? That's so kind of you, man. Thank you, man. Yo, you don't have to do anything like that at all, dude. I mean, I might be interested in maybe buying it off of you. That would be cool. Holy heck, what a kind individual. Would Camoufrog delete Tangy's Pokemon save? Dude, let me tell you, I have some bad memories about deletions of Pokemon saves. I have some bad memories. Hold on one second here. So there I was, a little kid, and I was playing Pokemon Yellow for the first time. And the schoolyard rumors told me that if I caught every Pokemon in the game and went to Bill's house, the back wall would break down and there would be standing a Mew waiting for me in a special patch of grass behind Bill's house. And I believed every word that Chunky Tim said on the schoolyard recess playground. So I went home and I grinded for every Pokemon. And I got it down to the point where I only had 4 Pokemon left to catch. Nidoqueen, Wigglytuff, I think I ran out of Moonstones, and there were 2 others. And one day, I decided to go to my friend's house. My buddy Garrett, aka G-Rep, aka The Flux, aka, I don't know, this guy, this kid I knew. And I went to his house, and I bring my Game Boy over, and he goes, "Hey, could I check out your copy of Pokemon Yellow with your legendary Pokemon collection? Golly, I sure would like to see your impressive work." And I humbly accepted his offer to spectate my beautiful completed Pokedex. I put a wild grin on my face and I handed over my turquoise Pokemon Game Boy, my turquoise Game Boy Pocket with a copy of Yellow in it. I handed it right on over. Said, "Yeah, check it out." He grabs it, he loads it up, he's checking it out. And then the worst possible thing ever happens. He accidentally drops the whole Game Boy. And in that moment, it was like time itself stopped. Slowly but surely, the Game Boy falling to the ground, tumbling. And as it hits the ground, boom, the cartridge shoots out of the back of the Game Boy. Pop! like a can of Pringles. Now, if you didn't grow up in the era of old school gaming, you might not know this. But suddenly turning off a game on a Game Boy is not good, especially when the cartridge is being shot out of the Game Boy so haphazardly. But I thought everything was okay. So I grabbed my game, I grabbed my Game Boy. I said, oh, dude, you're fine. I plugged it back in and I loaded it up. And what did I see? I'll tell you what I saw. I only saw two options. New game and options. I double took. I said, wait, what? I reloaded the game again. I loaded it again. I said, no. New game and options. And in that moment, I had realized my save file had been corrupted.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
And that's the story of how I lost my Pokemon Yellow save file at the wee age of 11 or 12. In the arms of an angel. Yeah, it sucked. From that day forward, I never let anybody touch my Game Boy ever again. And thank you, Sploo. I'm glad you enjoy the show, Sploo. Super cool of you to offer that, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, dude. Take a sub on the house, all right? It's very kind of you to offer. Rip to your save file. Did you stay friends? We stayed friends. We stayed friends for a long time. It was an accident. He didn't know that would happen. He dropped the Game Boy. You know what happens. I was mad at him. Don't get me wrong. I didn't let him live it down. But we stayed friends. Yeah, I couldn't blame him, you know? Dang it. Speaking of lending Game Boys, it was so easy to corrupt older stuff. So easy, man. Corruption. Pokemon Yellow. Unbelievable. I never did find out if that was a true secret or not. If Bill's office really would blow up and there would be a patch of grass behind it. You know, at least when I was a kid. I know now that it was all BS. Man, do y'all remember the era of spreading rumors about games and how cool it was, man? Wasn't that so cool, the era of sharing of sharing rumors? Man, what an interesting era, dude. I don't think that's happening nowadays. I don't think it's happening as much. I imagine kids still share BS because when you're a kid, you're not necessarily like in the mix with like, for example, like data miners. Like I imagine like at a certain age, you probably still are on the schoolyard like, hey, mama gave me a snack pack and did you know that Mortal Kombat is the best video game ever made? And then the other kid's like, excuse me, but I believe Donkey Kong is the best game ever made. And then, you know, they start, you know, going at it, you know, but like still, like I think that kind of stuff probably still happens. But like once you get to like the age 10 plus, it probably doesn't happen that much. Like because kids probably start getting in tune with like gaming news and stuff, like maybe like 15. But I imagine like under the age of like 12, maybe under the age of like pretty much before preteen and teen, you're probably still sharing BS rumors and stuff about games. Oh, I was playing Roblox. Like here's a good example. Minecraft and like Slender Man and all that stuff. Like a lot of that stuff happened Like that, all that stuff was all schoolyard rumor nonsense. What's the, not just Slender Man. I'm saying the wrong thing. What's the name of that character that people have created in Minecraft? And it's like Herobrine. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Herobrine. Yeah, like Herobrine is a good example of how like kids today are still sharing BS rumors. Exactly. Herobrine's the perfect example, man. That was the product of kids on the schoolyard being weirdos and sharing BS. Like, it's cool, man. So it makes me happy to know that that kind of stuff is still going on. But maybe like not to the level of like adulthood, because once we get to teenage years and adulthood, the information is just readily available and people are ready to deny any kind of BS rumors. But if you guys didn't know to what extent this used to happen, you should know that back in the day, people would, adults, news outlets would get debated by these rumors. Dude, the amount of stories I've heard of like Game Informer posting like an article that was like, did you know you could do this in a game? And it was actually like a complete fake schoolyard rumor that everyone believed. Like, this stuff happened. Like, grown humans would be debated into thinking that there was a Mew under a truck by the SSN. Like, so that's the difference. Like, back in the day, people would, it was everybody was getting caught by this stuff. But like nowadays, it's like just the kids, because a lot of us have access to the knowledge and like we can go look something up and Google it and like we're aware enough. Yeah, so it's pretty cool though. But like that, dude, like people used to get got, dude. Gaming rumors used to be so cool. Easter eggs and all that stuff. Still to this day, every once in a while, you'll hear about an Easter egg getting discovered years later in a game. And you can't help but ask yourself, how did they miss that? Right? Like, did you guys know this? This is random. But for the Nintendo, there's a game called, what is it? What is the boxing game called on Nintendo? Well, just this past 2 years, there was a secret discovered in this game, Punch-Out, that is like 30 years old. Apparently, if you load up Punch-Out on your Nintendo and you have both controllers plugged in and you press a combination of buttons on the second player controller, you can activate a secret multiplayer mode where one person can play as the guy on the top of the screen, and then the other person can play as the regular character. Literally a multiplayer mode was built into this game and it wasn't discovered for 30 years. So it's like so this stuff happens every once in a while and it's really cool. It's like, how did people miss this for decades? Like, what? Like, how? Right? Like, it's so cool. So the reason I'm saying this is because, like, I will always hold out that there's a secret that has been yet to be discovered. Whether I'm playing Animal Crossing GameCube, a game that has been thoroughly data mined, or I'm playing a game that just came out yesterday, I will always be of the mind that there's something that people don't know and that I could be surprised. I like having that mindset of like, you never know. Maybe there's something we don't know. I like that. I don't like living in a world where everything is 100% certain and that I will never be surprised by something. So even though that is kind of the world we're living in when it comes to video games and secrets and Easter eggs, I kind of have a different perspective and I like to think differently. And I try to keep an open heart and an open mind that something could be going on that we don't know. You know, like, and I think I'm always going to be that way. I'm always going to be a dreamer. I'm always going to have my head in the clouds. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Not an older game, but Concerned Ape said there's a secret Easter egg that hasn't been found. Yes. Yes, Concerned Ape about a year ago said that there was a secret that has yet to be found in Stardew Valley. And I don't think it's been found yet. And I also don't know if he would even confirm if it has been found, because he's a punk like that. And I think that game developers don't like telling secrets. So to go back to that question from Doug, I think that the developers did know, but they purposefully didn't say anything. That's my take anyways. So what's up, Dark Lord? Welcome to the show today, dude. I watched a clip from a news station that creepers would go on to city folk. What? That's crazy scary, Prismatic Phantom, dude. I mean, I kind of believe it because, you know, creepers, but yikes. That's terrifying. It really did ruin the fun when I was an older kid and one of my punk friends would go nuh-uh and pull out Google on the spot. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, Matcha May. I'm not. Like, I don't mind being corrected, but I'll admit, let me give you the example. Let me give you an example of this for me that's not quite the same, but it's similar. During the era of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and this still happens to this day, there was this whole conversation around, will they ever update the game again? And every time I would talk about it on stream, I would say how I felt. I would say, I think there's a chance that one day they update the game again. Because Nintendo lies, because Nintendo has they don't need to tell us anything. They don't need to tell, they could say one thing and do something different the next day, and they don't owe us anything. And there was always somebody in my chat who would jump in and go, no, Nintendo said no more updates. Get over yourself. And I'd be like, what? Like, how do you know? Like, and like, that's like a small example of like that. Like, let me think the way I want to think, dude. Let me believe. Can I believe? Can I have some copium, please? Am I allowed to believe, man? Like, you don't gotta come at me and cite 3 different articles. You know what I mean? No, here, and here. In Article 764B of the Game Informer interview, they clearly stated no more updates. And I'm like, that's not, like, come on. Like, it doesn't matter what they said. Let me believe. Let me believe. He must be fun at parties. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, let me cope, dude. But anyways. I never get to grind Stardew because mom life, but the last night I played for like 4 hours, I found Grandpa's shrine in the midst of my overgrown farm, and genuinely, it scared me when it said I'll be back. Exhaustion. Getting the night frights from Grandpa and Stardew. Yeah, a Ginger King, you're a goofball. No, you're good, bud. You're good, bud. In the context of this conversation, it's pretty funny, to be honest. Fun fact, you'll need 65 shiny gifts if you want to speed level Cheshire Cat. I'm speed leveling him because I can't deal with his chaos. Not when I already have a chaos gremlin at home. That's fair. That's fair. It was late. I was genuinely spooked. Strawberry Grass. I saw that video. They said there was multiplayer for City Folk, and they showed Tortimer and how it was possible that he was creeping on kids. Dude, that's so funny. Get out of here. How many times do you hear on a speed run? Wow, that's never happened before. It's great. Yeah, that's true. The speed running community really does provide that feeling of you never know what will happen, for sure. I agree with that. I would say Fandom Wiki is full of BS to the point to where some groups made a separate wiki. I agree with that. Fandom Wiki can be a nightmare sometimes. The rumor of down plus B to catch Pokemon easier. You want to know what's really messed up with that? I still naturally hold down B when I catch Pokemon. I've been trying to fight my brain. Like, I try to fight it. I try to just sit there and do nothing. I actively sit there and go, it's not real. Don't do it. Like, I try to fight it, too. Oh, my Lord. Nice, she gave me some furniture. And yeah, no worries. Yeah, when I get a new P.O. box, we could talk about figuring out the PlayStation 3 stuff and enjoy the sub. I did see that message. I'm glad you were appreciative of it. And no worries. I like taking care of the community when I can. Let me believe my fantasy. Cabana table. Ooh, a new table, huh? Let's go check that out. I firmly believe that Nintendo not announcing AC for the GameCube on the new Switch almost solidifies we're getting a new AC or an updated AC. Yeah, I think there's some energy for sure. Some energy out there that's telling us exactly that to some extent. My house is super goofy, but I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. Even with Master Ball down B, you can't be too careful. True. All right, we're stacking our cash. All right, nice. Let's go ahead and save, and let's play some... some Wild World today. Shall we?